So when I was amputated, my mother brought me back home. I recovered really well, and being a woman of foresight, she kind of looked what my life might look like when I was older. So she started to collect little clips of successful people, amputees around the world, and she'd file them away for when I was a little bit older if I needed some inspiration. So my mother was really guiding me with a lot of emotional support. My father, on the other hand, was a really active man, and he believed in throwing me into the deep end to learn things. So I had a good balance there. For example, when I was only about 6, he decided to teach me how to ride a bike. He'd just chuck me on the bike and he'd push me. I wobbled a bit, then I fell off, got a little bit of blood. And our mum came out and really upset, told him where to go. Then she went back inside and he's put me back on the bike again, looked over his shoulder and pushed me. And I was able to ride at that time. I think it was more out of fear. I didn't want to fall off again. But the message for me, everything in my life I've come to learn from when you actually participate and do things, you'll be very surprised at what your body can do. There's a body intelligence in all of us, and it does adapt with a lot of practice. For me, that was always the case, with my dad always putting me in these situations, even learning to swim. He was a manager of the local swimming pool, so we're always at the pool. And I remember the faint memory was him chucking me in the deep end, and I'm sinking, and I'm looking up for him to get me, and he's not. So I try my hardest to swim to the surface, and then he ended up helping me to the surface. So it's not always the best way to learn, but Dad really knew that fine line, and he never crossed it. Luckily, he didn't turn me away from the water.